Today we're gonna talk about the French press. It might not be my favorite brew method, but you can still get good coffee out of just this. And once again, get that scale. Today I've got some Brazilian, sweet yellow, buttery smooth, a little nutty. With the French press, you can do quite a bit actually, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do 35, why not? I really like James Hoffmann's method for French press. It takes about 10 minutes, so that's one of the reasons why it's not my preferred method of making coffee. But traditionally, the French press makes a really gritty, silty, textural experience to coffee that I don't like. I like the clean cup out of the AeroPress. I really like the balanced cups out of the Chemex and the V60. The French press is just kind of the extreme opposite of AeroPress. James Hoffmann's method for carefully controlling some of the extra bits, crust control, we're gonna go through that and get a great cup of coffee out of the French press. So let's go grind these beans to about filtered drip coffee coarseness, about the coarseness of sand. And bring it back here, get some water to boil, and let's go. We have our grounds, but put them aside for the moment because you're gonna need water. Now, 1 to 17 ratio, again, is a sweet spot. For 35 grams, we're gonna do a little bit of math here, and let me find my calculator. 35 times 17 gives us 595, and guess what? No paper filter involved, no bloom involved. We're gonna do 595 grams of water, and I'm probably gonna overshoot by 5 or 10 grams, and that's okay. 600.6 grams of water. Let's warm it up. To prepare, we can get our grounds in the French press. And the name of the game here is agitation once again. You take your spoon, and you're gonna agitate every once in a while. We're gonna mess with the crust. I'll show you when we get there. Now we've got water to a boil. Immediately, you're just gonna pour it all in. All right. Spoon, I like to get agitation started right away because we're gonna let it rest for 5 minutes. One good sweep. Get it really going. Start your timer. Cap this just to contain some heat. Don't plunge just yet. Fight the urge. And now we wait. We're a little past the halfway point in this first half. You really do gotta wait a full 5 minutes. The extraction process has to happen so you can have a well-bodied coffee here. 212 degrees does help this along, and that initial agitation helps kickstart the extraction process as well. However, I just know that when I followed James Hoffmann's method, drew it out to 10 minutes, did this process with a little bit of care, I was able to pull off some really solid brews with the French press, unlike anything I ever did when I was doing it under 4 or 5 minutes, getting that gritty, silty texture I did not like. Minute and a half, we'll uncap, give another stir, then put it back on for another 5 minutes. Cap, don't plunge, another 5 minutes. I know a lot of you are French press diehards. You have this perfect system down for you, and that's awesome. A lot of you are not gonna do it this way. And if you love the coffee you already make, don't do it this way. I want you to enjoy the coffee you make. But for any of you hesitant to try the French press because maybe you've heard of the things that I've experienced about the texture of the coffee, give this a try. It is superior, in my opinion, when it comes to fixing that textural experience that I was displeased with. 7:36, we are 3/4 of the way through this. Now, of course, this is not the way you want to do it if you don't have this time in the morning to make your coffee, or in the afternoon, whenever you make your coffee, to enjoy it. If you really like the process, it's pretty cool. I mean, there's not much to it. Now the next part, when we get to that 9:30, 10-minute mark, we are going to use our spoon and scoop off some of the excess crust on the top. And what that's going to do is allow the coffee to flow through the crust with little resistance, so that you're not dragging through a lot of the fines and a lot of the textural components that slip through the press part, and make a much cleaner cup of coffee. So we'll go ahead and uncap this at 30 seconds to go. Gently grab what you can from the top. Put the scale away. Cap it and get ready to pour. Very important here. Do not press this all the way to the bottom. You don't want to compress that coffee, because some of those fines and particulates are going to push their way through. All you want to do, push down below the surface, maybe a ½ inch or so, maybe an inch, just enough so that when you pour, you can kind of hold it with 2 fingers so nothing moves, and you can control it and get a nice pour. Let's give it a taste. Oh goodness, that is so hot. Don't forget to give it a little bit, because you did put boiling water in the French press. But that little bit I did taste was quite nice. Again, you can smell that sweet, buttery goodness out of this Brazilian sweet yellow. I'm gonna be doing a lot more stuff like this. Brew guides. I've got Chemex V60 AeroPress in the works. They may already be up on the channel, go check them out. I've got blogs on davidsargentcoffee.com. I sell coffee, hopefully soon, online, worldwide, would be great. Currently I'm under Michigan cottage law, so if you're local, come and get some at the farmer's market in Charlevoix. Otherwise, we're doing all kinds of cool stuff. Follow me at _DavidSargentCoffee on Instagram. I am super active on my stories, and I'm showing roast process, I'm showing brew process. I'm out with the coffee all the time, so follow along. It's a lot of fun. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.